I did 1,045 slow wheelies on my dirt bike for 15 days. Let's talk about it. So I did a 15-day slow wheelie challenge for the month of June, and I gave myself 15 days to complete a challenge where I just focused on a slow wheelie. And doing the slow wheelie challenge, this is what I learned. Number one, that you're going to have good days and you're also going to have bad days. I always find that I perform better after I've gone for a trail ride. As much as I love putting in the time and doing drills daily, I think it's important to give your body and your brain other stimulation to work on and focus on. If you're new to my channel, I love honing in on one drill at one specific time, and I hyper focus on that one drill. But in all honesty, I need breaks. I need rest, and I need to do other techniques on my dirt bikes, or I need to go on trail rides or hit the moto track in between focusing in on one drill. At least this is what I've learned, and I noticed while I practiced the wheelie challenge. On my KTM 150 XCW, I felt like I took so many steps back with that bike. The very first day I had a big bail, and I just started to get really frustrated because one, I was starting to get scared, my confidence was low. It was also raining a lot, and my crankcase sensors also went on that bike, so I just felt like I couldn't time anything right. I felt frustrated because I was on day 6 and I just felt like there was no progression. If anything, it was like going back to baby steps and starting all over again. Day 1, I felt like I was doing pretty well. Day 2 was like pretty okay, but yeah, day 6, it was like, no, there was no more progression at all. So that is why I went with the TTR 125. I just felt like I progressed so much quicker and so much better on that bike. Number 2 is smaller bikes. I started my wheelie journey on my KTM 150, but smaller bikes have done wonders with my confidence. If you're new to my channel, I am shy of 5 feet. I've done a lot of modifications to my 150 XCW to make it custom for me and so that I can touch. But I still can't ground my foot when I do a clutch up. So when I made the switch to the TTR 125, my confidence skyrocketed because I could touch. It is such a game changer when you have the confidence knowing that you're closer to the ground and that you can actually touch the ground. Number 3 is limiting my time. I found that spending 40 minutes on this drill was the perfect amount of time. If I went over 40 minutes, I began to get sloppy and started to make big mistakes. Doing this drill put a lot of strain on my shoulders, so that is where I felt like I got sloppy with the wheelie because my arms just were noodles. They were dead after each practice. Number 4, to be okay with dropping the bike. This was a hard one for me because the TTR 125 is a borrowed bike. It's not mine, and I really don't want to wreck it. But when it comes to my bike, well, it's my bike. If I wreck it, I pay for stuff and I replace it. But when it comes to somebody else's bike, I feel so bad. I don't want to drop it. I don't want to wreck it. And I think a lot of us can relate. However, I do think it's crucial to toss your dirt bike around. And the reason for it is because I believe that you better understand your skills and your limitations. This might be controversial, but I do believe that if you're not wrecking your dirt bike, then you are not learning or progressing. At least this is what I like to tell myself, so I don't feel so bad when I do drop my bike and I break something, because it's always happening. Number 5 is support. I put together this challenge and I had about 27 riders join in on this challenge, and we posted daily in the private Facebook group. I honestly would have given up after day 6 if I didn't have the accountability that these riders had with me. And because I had this Facebook page where all of us riders posted daily, we held each other accountable, we cheered each other on daily, and we just gave such great positive advice and feedback and really hyped each other up. If it wasn't for them, I definitely would have given up on this challenge for sure. So accountability is huge when you are doing these types of challenges. Number 6 is I am nowhere near of perfecting the slow wheelie drill. However, I do know that it takes a whole lot of practice, a whole lot of patience, and persistence to master any type of drill. And so with my dedication and my motivation, I know that one day I will perfect the slow wheelie. Even though mastering a slow wheelie seems so far out of reach for me, I am a lot further than I was a month ago. I hope this video inspires you to take action to practicing your slow wheelie or any other drill. And just a reminder that to master any of these techniques, it does take a lot of dedication and it does take repetition. As Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who knows 10,000 kicks, but I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. All we can do is keep practicing, keep honing in on our skills, tweaking things every time we get out to practice, and we're going to become stacking those habits and getting better at any drill that we put our efforts into. And if you are struggling with lifting your front tire, perhaps you're working on a clutch or a wheelie, well, good news is I do have a video about my wheelie journey. You can check that out next, and I will leave the video over here. And I really give you some advice and some tips, some feedback as far as lifting your tire up, especially if you are on a KTM 150 XCW, as that bike is a little bit tricky. I've had a lot of requests on how to do a wheelie on the TTR 125, so I will be putting a video out for that. And yeah, this was so much fun, and it's really cool to do a recap on my wheelie challenge and really look at all of the footage that I captured. Really neat to see everyone push themselves every single day. Until next time, keep killing it safely out there, be the vibe, and I will catch you next week.